Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the RVMan LP exhibition. This is literally the last episode of this season, and it'll go out with a bang. Well, depending on how this turns out. Welcome to King of Fighters 97. I dare say it's not as hard as 95 and 96, but it's infamous because the mid-bosses were in fact harder than the final boss. Yeah, those three characters, Orochi Yashiro, and Chris, are the reason why this game is very infamous. However, this is the Orochi Saga version of the game, meaning that Orochi is now more competent. Now, I would dare say there's a difference between extra and also advance. Advance, I think you have a charge. Extra, you gain special as you fight. And also you have a time limit to pick on who you're going first. And I'm picking Joe, then Andy, then Terry. And I'm picking Team Fatal Fury. And here's the thing. I'm only going to play them as long as I do not lose. The moment I lose, I switch to another team. And then I lose again, I'm going to switch to another team. It's pretty much how I roll. And whoever I beat the game with, that's who I beat the game with. And needless to say, ladies and gentlemen, Team Fatal Fury has been well known for quite some time, obviously, because Fatal Fury is one of the games that kickstarted King of Fighters. The other being Art of Fighting. And let's be honest, Team Fatal Fury is definitely getting a lot of love. Well, specifically Mai and Terry. Andy and Joe, they're barely even shown in Mark of Wolves. But Joe's successor just so happens to be there. Andy is nowhere to be found. But Andy managed to have a mention in Street Fighter 6. You know that's sad that another game... Oh, and by the way, I fell right into that reversal. God damn. Thank God I came back. But, you know it's sad that Andy Bogard is giving more love in Street Fighter 6 by even being mentioned than what it is in the King of Fighter games? Well, to be fair, actually, Joe and Andy are in 15, so that's actually pretty good. But Mark of Wolves, they're not in. Which is weird, because again, they were in King of Fighters 15 and 14. And Yamazaki is a character I usually play in Fatal Fury anyway, and he's pretty hard to handle, but once you do handle him, he's actually pretty fun to play. And by the way, if you manage to do really, really good in this game, like get a perfect and don't lose any of your characters and win just about every one of your fights. By the way, this is the first time, no, I don't know, this is actually the third time the women's team showed up. But as I was saying, if you get a perfect, don't lose any of your characters, and don't lose any of your matches, you're going to have a secret boss. That secret boss is Team Sacred Treasures, which is Chizuru, Ryu, no, sorry, not Ryu, I meant Kyo, sorry. Ryu's in the wrong game, my bad. And also Iori. And that is a special boss fight that will happen immediately after you beat Team Orochi New Face. And they are, without a doubt, the hardest boss in the game. Even though Team Orochi New Face is the original terror, when you meet all those conditions, the secret boss fight with Chizuru, Iori, and Kyo is actually going to be available. Don't expect that to happen because I am not going to get a perfect, obviously. And moreover, I will not be able to get a winning streak. Because after all, either the last boss or second to last boss. But Chizuru and King are in King of Fighters 14, if I'm not mistaken. No, King's in 15. I don't know about Chizuru being in 15, but she's definitely in 14. No, wait, no. Chizuru's in 15, never mind. As for Mai and Terry, both of these guys are literally in Street Fighter 6, King of Fighters 14 and 15, and in Fatal Fury Mark of Wolves. Not to mention Terry's in Smash. Yet Mai is pretty much not even there because Sero issues. I can't believe that actually hit. Oh, right. And also, if I would have hit King with an actual finishing move, 97's the last time she and Yuri would have clothing damage. I don't think that happens in the Orochi Saga edition, but 97 definitely, that's the last time that happens. And now, we're facing up against Team Japan, who are the heroes of this story. And practically Team Japan has won, well, almost every King of Fighters save for 99. No, not 99, I mean 2000. 99's a Dreamwave. Even though it's literally canon thanks to Verse. God, I hate Verse. But whatever the case. Let's talk about the action here. I actually play with Joe, I play with Terry, but it's Andy that I have trouble with. Okay, I managed to pull that off nicely, and needless to say, how should I put this? I barely have played Andy in a while. I should have practiced so I could have actually, you know, gotten better. But I barely played as Andy in this game. Or better yet, it's been a while since I played King of Fighters 97. Because I do know you do go 5 matches, have a mirror match, and you fight all but at least maybe 2 teams. And then after that, you take on whichever Orochi character that... Oh, damn, that was good, actually. On Wake Up, no less. I was about to say, you would take on 2 Orochi characters. One of 2 okay. You would take on one of 2 Orochi characters, sorry, that would show up. Either Orochi Leona or Orochi Iori. It all depends on how well you do here. Like, if you have all perfects, Leona would be your opponent. But if not, Iori would be your opponent. And then afterwards, it's Team Orochi New Face. And I'm definitely doing well. Come on, Andy. Don't get injured, bro. I mean, that is the thing with him. He got injured. He got injured. How the fuck? But the one thing I love about this game with the 3-on-3s as you're playing, your teammates are rooting for you as you're actually landing hits and winning. And if you lose, they just have the look of defeat while they cheer for you if you win. So, basically speaking, we are in the quarterfinals. So what's the gist of this game, by the way? Team Orochi New Face beat up Team USA Sport, took their passes, or should I say their invitations, and used the game to lure Kyo into King of Fighters, and also used something else too, his girlfriend as well. They kidnapped his girlfriend and used her as bait to try to bring Kyo here. And another reason why they did kidnap his girlfriend just so happened to be a holder of a sacred treasure that sealed Orochi away, which is why they went there, kidnapped her in the first place. And Kyo is coming to King of Fighters to pretty much throw hands with Team Orochi New Face, who is trying to pick up where Gainit's left off. which Gainitz went there and sacrificed himself at the end of 96 in order to make Orochi stir. And believe it or not, there's actually, and if I haven't already said this before, there's actually 8 heads to Orochi. And they are as follows: Krish, Shermie, Yashiro, Gainitz, Yamazaki, even though he doesn't want anything to do with that, Vice, Mature, and Leona's original father, who was killed by Gainitz. So yeah. I am also trying to fight off Terry, but he is constantly rolling, and that's another thing you're going to have to deal with in this game. The computer constantly blocking, or the computer constantly dodging. Oh, that's actually pretty good. I didn't think I'd pull that off. Damn it. Come on, we got this. Alright. This may be hard to deal with Joe, because Joe is the last person on the team. Alright, Joe, we're going to take you out. And obviously this is going to be suicide because Terry, no, not Terry, Andy has barely any health. It's alright. And by the way, when your defeated opponents are like, no, your defeated team, no, not either your defeated teammates or your opponent's defeated teammates are pretty much down, they'll have the exhausted look, but moreover, when you actually win, they'll exhaustedly cheer for whoever won, and if you're defeated, then, well, they'll look defeated too, and moreover, if things like that doesn't happen, like a special or something like that. But still, we won, and now we get to move on. So, our next fighters will be Team Ikari. They already have their, I think they have a game in SNK called Ikari Warriors. But the Ikari Warriors definitely play a role in this. Specifically Leona. Because Leona's past literally comes back to bite her when it comes down to the Hyakushu. Even though Hyder actually adopted her and they tried to raise her as a daughter, even though he is a military soldier. Oh, right. I don't know if Hydron's in this game. That would be awesome if he was. I'm pretty sure he's unlockable during a code, but I know who is unlockable. Team USA's... No, Team Orochi New Face. But right now, I'm getting wrecked by Clark. And yeah, the Ikari Warriors... Oh boy. I think Leona's the tougher one of the bunch. No, actually... He's the tougher one of the bunch. While Clark's got really good throws, it's literally Ralph that's the menace to society. If anyone sees the Galactica Phantom videos involving Ralph, you will know that by 99, no, not 99, because that's literally 98, but relabeled that for Dreamcast, you will know by 2000, Galactica Phantom is an overpowered move that one-shots people, depending on, well, actually it'll do half, but it'll also one-shot people, depending on how much health Ralph has. And if that shit hits you, good luck, he will wipe out your whole team with one of those moves. God forbid if he has the advantage, which he does. And I'm surprised he doesn't have it. Oh, yeah, did I mention that that maneuver had invincibility frames? Yeah, that is the case. But it got nerfed royally come 2000 and from then on. Still hurts like hell, but it got nerfed. Oh, right. And speaking of people who probably got nerfed as well, Leona's another one. She got severely nerfed by a 14 and 15. And again, this story revolves around her because, again, Team Orochi New Face and also Gainitz had something to do with her. No, actually, Gainitz killed her father, and Team Orochi New Face was purposely awakening her blood of riot to make her go ballistic on the next fighter they see, because Orochi demands blood. Which is why they were trying to use Iori and Leona to attack the fighters in the tournament. In fact, if you do play as Leona in King of Fighters 15 and run into Yashiro, Shermie, and Chris, they do make a comment about her Blood of Riot. In fact, I think they make a comment about her Blood of Riot in 98, and also, no, the Orochi version of those three in 98, and also in 2001, because that's a dream fight. Which is unfortunately canon thanks to Verse. One day I'm going to have to play King of Fighters 14. That's after I deal with the Orochi Saga. But for now, I have to deal with Athena. Which, I'm not going to lie to you. Athena can be a menace depending on the game. If it's King of Fighters 95 and definitely Maximum Impact series, she's a menace. But I do believe they nerfed her in 2002 all the way up to 15. No, actually, she got buffed in 15. She got nerfed in 2002. Kinsuo barely even showed up in most of the Nest Saga, and that's due to some bullshit plot, but I digress. Chin, he's also a guy that after 2003 barely even showed up. No, actually it's 2002. He barely showed up. I don't think he's in 15. Hell, I don't think Kinsuo's in 15 either. I don't know if he is. Somebody... Hey, if somebody actually have the roster, that would help. But I don't think Kinsuo's in 15. I know Athena is, at least. Because she's part of the KOF women's team, I think. But Joe is doing the work. Kinsuo, however, he's actually pretty decent. And he just realized that his... Kinsuo just realized that his shorts, the crotch of his shorts ripped. That's what that shock look was. He was trying to look badass and the crotch of his shorts ripped. So, that actually was funny. He was pretty much comedy relief, but he's technically the butt monkey. And it's all thanks to the power switching thing that made him the butt monkey. But he is still a good fighter, though. Alright. We've won this, and by the way, I should mention, the pictures will look different if one of the characters is defeated. But if not, everybody would have a smile on their face. But oh, we've come to this point. We've come to this point. And it's either yeah, it was basically Orochi Iori, because I didn't really do that good of a job. Well, at least it's not censored. I will give them credit for that, because this is Sony after all, and they kind of censor shit like that. But yeah, Orochi's blood riot is affecting Iori, and it's making him, and it made him cough up blood. Something that didn't happen in 11. He just all of a sudden snapped and tried to kill Kyo. Only for Ash Crimson to take his mirror and run. Okay. Thing about Orochi Iori, while he looks like a zombie, he hits harder than the original Iori. Oh, right, Iori has his own team, and that is, trying to think that if Iori has... No, Iori is solo, basically. No, Iori is solo. Because he did have a team in 95, which was, based off... It was based off of Billy Kane and Keiji Kisaragi. Eiji Kisaragi, sorry. And he also had Bison Mature in the team in 96. And again in 13. But he killed Bison Mature and beat up Casey and also beat up Billy Kane. And now, here's these guys. The reason why I don't like them. Well, as far as for a boss, they're cool as fightable characters. As a boss, I cannot stand them. For one reason and one reason only. If you probably haven't noticed with the Terry fight, this game has a tendency to block. Chip damage is your only way. The problem? 2 out of 3 of these guys are grapplers. 1. Number 2, they have boss status and boss cheese. And moreover, Yashiro. If he's first, you're fucked. You don't know exactly who goes first. So, yeah. See that smile on his face? You will see that smile in your nightmares. Him and Chrysalid both. And Zero. And Ignis. And Fake Zero. And Mukai. I've already beat Magaki, so he was actually easier than I expected. And yeah, I haven't gotten to the other characters. I mean, I will just have a terrible time dealing with Verse. Why? Because I just can't stand the dude. It's not that it's hard, I just can't stand Verse. And I can't stand these guys either. Which is why I'm going straight out the gate trying to box this kid up. Because Chris, he will spam fireballs. Like Kyo. Oh, he almost did just that. Oh, never mind. It's starting. Oh no. That will be definitely something you will hear. Oh, good. We stopped him. Perfect. He's not even the worst one. And now there's Shermie. I think she abandons her grapples, but she still has some grapples. Which, by the way, they're dangerous in their own right. Oh! I forgot to mention, Chris has a special that will cover half of the screen. Shermie has a special that does that. Oh, and she also has that shining wizard that she has electrified, which will actually take half of your health. Her magic is based off of Benny Maru. So, yeah. She doesn't have her normal wrestling counters anymore. She doesn't do her suplexes, her hurricanranas, or anything like that. She does, however, like I said, have electricity. She'll even blow a kiss at you. She still has her flip kick, though. Yeah, I'm trying to get her down before she does anything stupid. 2000 made her a menace. No, 2001 made her a menace as well. Because she had a lightning strike attack that came out of nowhere and destroyed you. Oh, yeah, and Chris in 2001 turned into Orochi temporarily. That was the only time Orochi was playable, which was 2002. Oh, and here's the menace himself. This guy is an asshole. If he is mostly blocked, he does this! This is the reason why I hate this fucker! Oh, no! Oh, no! This is the reason why I hate this bastard so much! And now I'm down to Terry! by the way, his counter throws is based off of Goro. And for those who don't know full well about this guy, he has two things. One, that infamous judo slam frenzy that he does. Two, the Mega Punch, which is one-hit kill. Oh, this is what I'm referring to, by the way. God forbid he didn't do the Super Desperation move, which would have killed me. But thankfully, I finished him. Oh my god, that is bullshit. He did that shit on Wake Up, no less. Oh, I hate Team Orochi New Face so much. Oh, I still won. Oh, and by the way, beating Team Orochi New Face is an achievement on the Orochi Saga for the PS4. PS2, you don't get achievements. Have fun with that. And I did mention something about Chris being possessed by Orochi as a special in 202. That's what started here in this game. Have fun with that. That would be something very, very interesting if they bring Orochi in King of Fighters 15. I mean, I would not know what to think. I mean, they brought back Gainitz, for God's sakes. And Omega Rugal. I mean, if they bring back Orochi, well, that pretty much confirms that Verse is a terrible boss. Alright. Oh, yeah, and by the way, 97 is also Shingo's first appearance. And he's boss status. I don't know why I didn't pick Shingo, but still. Shingo is literally boss status. And speaking of bosses, Orochi is now more competent. Normally he would stand around and let you beat the shit out of him. Nope, not in Orochi Saga. His AI got improved. And he also does the genocide cutter. By the way, this guy may look familiar to you. It's Mizuchi. Mizuchi's a clone of Orochi. So yeah. This guy is... Actually, this guy gotten a lot tougher than his original arcade incarnation, which stood there and let you beat the shit out of him. So, yeah, if I lose, it's not my fault. Oh, God! On Wake Up, no less! Well, that was bullshit. I mean, if you try to find the original King of Fighters 98, this guy is not a challenge. But, yeah, he does hit hard when he does hit you, though. Oh, God damn it! And I got struck by lightning. Oh, be careful. He does have a soul-stealing attack, which, by the way, drains life from you and gives it to him. And, well, since I lost, that's my first team, by the way, I'm gonna have to switch to a new team. And this is my first continue. So, yeah, we're at the final boss. You know, I should have gone for Team Fatal Fury, but I'm gonna go for... you know what? Might as well go for... we might as well just go for Team New Face. Alright. We'll probably do more with these guys. Oh! Yeah. I'm getting literally wrecked here. Damn. Damn chip damage. Damn. He just keeps running. But there is one thing about the Orochi. Even in Orochi Saga, He tends to leave himself open after every special. He has a cooldown period at least. Oh god! Oh! So that actually does damage when I land on the ground. And he just did a zesty pose. Hell no! He's gotta die. But he will because he's down to low health. And regular Chris is a little bit better than Orochi Chris. Ooh! That counter actually did help. Oh, yeah, and for the record, Chris is a Bocce Quan expert. Alright! And with that, we won! And, well, this is the end of Team Orochi. Chris and Shermie are dead. By the way, this is canon, because this is also how, they come back. Yeah, Verse is also how they come back. So, Yashiro literally tore their tonsils out. And tore his own tonsils out, too! And they did that to bring Orochi to life. Unfortunately, Team Sacred Treasures come, kicks his ass, and, yeah. Seal him up again. So that's the ending of King of Fighters 97 if Team New Face, not Team Orochi. Well, might as well say Team Orochi New Face, because it's the same ending. Because they'll do the same thing, it's just have a different color. That's basically the ending, and by the way, 97, I gotta say, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I just don't like getting manhandled by Yashiro. I really don't. I hate fighting those three. And needless to say, them buffing Orochi is a welcome thing. But at the same vein, I cannot stand Team Orochi New Face. Now, the whole thing with Orochi Leona and Orochi Iori, that's actually a true challenge. But is this the hardest game in the series? No, I think that honor goes to the previous games. Oh, especially 94 and 95. Yeah, those are going to be some pretty hard games to deal with. And 96 as well. But after all that, we only ended up switching teams once. And in case you're wondering, the difficulty's on medium. So with that said, I'm pretty much done here. And I will see you all in the newest season of the RVMan LP exhibition, because we're going to pull something that's going to be an absolute surprise. What is it, you may ask? Well, you'll have to find out next Saturday. So on that note, this is RVMan985, and thank you all for your continued support. This has actually been fun. Whether I get only 2 views or maybe 1,000 views, it doesn't matter. Thank you all, and I'll see you again next time. Peace.